Today, I'll be going from an $8 fragrance all the way up to an $800 fragrance to see is it really worth the price difference. I'll be gradually building up to the $800 fragrance, starting off with our $8 fragrance from Temu. As you can see, it might appear to look like a Spice Bomb bottle, but it's actually Belief. I don't know why, but reading this name reminds me of like the Pringles and Prongles can. It just feels so off-brand. So I want to say this for the record, I've never smelled this fragrance before, but I do not have high hopes for it. It's $8. All right, let's see what we're rocking with. The atomizer I thought was just gonna break on me, to be honest with you. What the hell is that? I don't know why, but it reminds me of like freshly cleaned carpets or like a brand new smelling car. But like I'm really trying to understand who would want to smell like a fresh car. But like I said though, I didn't have high expectations going into this. The scent is trash and the projection is very subtle. Yo, I'm looking in the bottle and there's like floating bacteria inside of it, bro. I'm thankful I didn't spray this on my skin, bro. I would have broke out in this video. I think it's safe to say that this is one of the worst fragrances I've ever smelled in my life. I can't believe I'm saying this, but just go get Axe body spray. All right, we getting real pricey here now. Ooh, $20. That fragrance is Nautica's Voyage, which I've had some experience with in the past. Let me speak my mind real quick. But before I do, I want to spray it again and see if my mind changes. Cause last time I sprayed it, I thought it was bland. Okay, my opinion on it has changed a little bit. It's not a terrible scent. It's what I consider a safe scent. What I mean by that is that it's a scent that can be picked up and just put on without any thought. And you'll go out being confident knowing that you smell at least decent. But when it comes to scents, I feel like Nautica Voyage is like the bare minimum. You get what I mean? Like I wouldn't consider it a standout aroma, but for $20, it's a good scent for what you're paying for as opposed to what I just smelled earlier. No disrespect to whoever made it, but I want to say this to you, bruh. You deserve life, no parole for a fragrance like that, bruh. It was actually egregious. All jokes aside and all things considered, I thought I didn't like this at first, but it's decent. Stay tuned to the end to see which fragrance I crowned the best. Would you believe me if I told you that Camera is $50? I was surprised it wasn't like $75 to $100, but I'm happy people get a chance to experience a scent like this. So ever since 2024, when this originally came out, I've been non-stop loving it. If you've been on the channel for a while, you know that's pretty obvious. I mean, there was literally a point in time for me where I had to restrain myself from putting Camera in most of my videos. Hold on, please give me and the fragrance a second. I gotta reminisce on how great this is. Dude, when this dropped, it was perfect all the way down to the atomizer, the projection, the intensity, everything. Oh my God, it's like heaven in a bottle, bro. Damn. I think I said this before and about the same fragrance. Every single time I smell it, it's like Ratatouille, you know, when the lights was popping up for him when he was eating the food. You know me, I'm into sensual aromas, gourmand, and smelling delectable. And when this came out, it touched a part of my soul no fragrance has. This fragrance was so good, I even considered it better than the original, which is Angel Share. Which the difference that I found between the two is that I found this one to be more gourmand, while Angel Share was a little bit more boozy. Which I didn't mind, but you know me, I got a sweet tooth, bruh. Yeah, bro, when Camera dropped, my heart exploded, and I argue this all the time. I think Lattafa's Camera is the best cologne collection out there that you can get. While Camera is good and I love it, I hope it's good enough to compete with the other crazier fragrances we have in this video. The next fragrance coming up is the best. No, not of this video, but the best of its collection. It's our $75 fragrance, Club de Nuit Untold. For one, this is a visual masterpiece compared to all the other Club de Nuit. I mean, look at it, bruh. It's a very simplistic, but like the oil spill adds character and depth. It's a nice fragrance to look at. It's a clone of Baccarat Rouge 540, which I'm a fan of, but unfortunately for me, it doesn't last long on me. Like I've had conversations with my dad about how Baccarat Rouge 540 and the Extrait Parfum just do not last on me. And whether that be maybe from skin chemistry or I'm dumb ashy, it don't matter. It don't work for me. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but he was like, what are you talking about? Baccarat Rouge will last you a while. Like, what do you want about? Although it's very short-lived for me, it doesn't take away from the scent. I still find it to be a very unique aroma, and same thing here with this. Unfortunately, unlike our last fragrance, they didn't copy it down to the projection and longevity. With Baccarat Rouge, from the last time I remember wearing it, it's a very loud scent. Like in a crowd of people or a room of people, it is like a flashbang of aroma. Like everybody's gonna know that you're there. Everybody's gonna feel that Baccarat presence, that Baccarat aura. But now, this is a solid scent though. Hey, my boy, we getting a little pricey now, okay? You know, we got a promotion at the job, we feeling ourselves, we wanna ball out a little bit. So we get the new $100 Coach for Men EDP. Now, my boy, I don't know too much about the Coach collection, but I know one damn thing for certain. When it comes to designer fragrances, I consider them the most affordable. From what I've smelled from Coach, I feel like they were more like reliable type scents, you know what I mean? What I mean by that is that they're fragrances that you could depend on when you're in a time crunch. For example, like Bleu de Chanel, you don't think before putting that fragrance on, you just go. But we're gonna see if I'm wrong. I've never sprayed or smelled this before, by the way. Hold up, okay, wait. That's intense at first, whoa. I hope that doesn't fall off, because that's really nice. I can taste it, bro, chill. Ew. I'm tasting it. Have you ever gotten like soap in your mouth? Give me a second, bruh. Brev, shout out water. Another thing that I forgot to mention about Coach is that I feel like they intend to give a masculine boost in their fragrances. And that's exactly what I get from this. It's almost like you just got out of a fresh bubble bath. It's crazy to me to think that this is $100. I smelled fragrances that are $200, $300, $400 that I genuinely do not like. Like there's some PDMs out there that I genuinely despise, but it's missing something that gives it that standout factor. I think it's just because I've smelled a lot of fresh fragrances that smell soapy. I also just find a lot of fresh fragrances to come off repetitive. Like when I wear a Prada Black or Le Male Elixir, I know I'm gonna be different. All things considered, I don't think that this is a bad scent. My other complaint that I have is that I feel like the projection on this is moderate at best. If you do get your hands on this fragrance, which I think you should just go light on the sprays, maybe 6. I'm gonna have to get in the lab with this one and get back to you. This price tag coming up is what I consider the danger zone, because I'd be pissed if I spent $300 on something that I genuinely despise. But luckily enough, we got Louis Vuitton's Imagination. Again, if you've been on the channel for a while now, you know how much I love Imagination, bro. You know how I was saying I feel like a lot of fresh aromas are recycled and repetitive? Do not put this in that category. This is a different breed of fresh. And if I'm keeping it 100 with you, bro, this is what I've been looking for like years. This is one of the many few fragrances that I can say changed my posture when I was wearing it. I mean, I was walking different, I was talking different, I had a genuine confidence boost. I feel like for the fragrance industry as a whole, this should be the staple of fresh fragrances, because that's what I feel like this does. It makes me feel like a refined man, and that's something a lot of fragrances don't do. They don't touch the soul like Camera or this does. Is $300 reasonable for an aroma like this? Yes, without a doubt. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You need to get your hands on the most fresh, cleanest, sophisticated scent on the market right now. Like I said earlier, it attaches to my identity, and when I walk out my front door, I go out feeling like the man, bro. Imagination is a tough competitor, but something may persevere and be better. Who knows? At this next price point, like I get it, especially for niche fragrances, they're gonna be a little pricey. It better be a scent that gives quality and it's a standout aroma. At $400, PDM Altair does that. I've told this story before when I was in a different video, but I said I was in the mall and I smelled this and I said I need this in my collection. And ever since then, this has been one of my favorite PDMs to come out. Like I said earlier, I got a sweet tooth, and when my sweet tooth is met by a perfectly balanced gourmand aroma, oh yeah, I go cuckoo. After smelling this again, this is going to be in my fall rotation for sure. It's sweet, vanillic, spicy, and a little bit powdery. On top of the scent being good, the projection and longevity was genuinely breathtaking. And then you continue to go on throughout the day and you're like, damn, bro, that's me still? When I first wore this fragrance, it genuinely had me in a daze. That powderiness along with the vanilla and spices really adds a layer of depth that I really don't see in gourmand vanillic scents. Especially after doing that Stronger With You fragrance video, I started realizing how repetitive spices and vanilla is. I'm gonna try and not be biased with this next fragrance coming up because I was in fact wearing it all last summer. At $500, Mind Games Prodigy. I'll get into the scent a little bit later, but what originally made me get into the Mind Games collection is the fact that they're chest pieces. I like the design of the bottles. I thought it was a unique and simplistic bottle design that stuck well with the name. And this has to be one of the most different fresh scents I've smelled. Dude, that's elegance. So the atomizer is smooth. The scent, smooth, different, unique, a standout aroma for sure. This has all the aspects of Altair except it's floral, woody, and citrusy. As much as I hate to say it, because paying this price point is insane, it's worth $500. Just for the simple fact of the quality and intention behind this fragrance, they really try and make you feel like a different breed of fragrance collected through this. At this point, there's really only some fragrances I'll accept at this price. I'm expecting people to fight over my scent, and in some cases, people drop dead because I smell too good. Especially if you're paying $600 for Creed Centaurus. You know what's so crazy about the Creed collection? It's that even though I've talked about Creed fragrances on this channel, only smelled this fragrance like once or twice in my entire life. So knowing that I'm not that familiar with it, we're gonna do a little spray test. Here we go. I think we should do 3. 1, 2. Oh my God, that atomizer is like a shotgun. It's blowing past my ring light. All right, we're gonna let it sit for a little minute. I wanna let it dry down. Holy hell, that is intense. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is an experience. Wow. I have been wearing this in my fall collections. I've been missing out on this for a while. Okay, let me tell you what I'm smelling. It's vanillic, it's spicy, it's boozy, it's smoky, it's a little bit powdery. There's so much going on, but it's all one big beautiful aroma. Oh my God, bro. Now that might be extreme glaze, but like this is magnificent. I think it's because a lot of their aromas are fresh, but I didn't know that Creed had a spicy bag. My fault, y'all. Bro, finally at $800, I expect aliens to come down and probe me to study how perfect my scent is. I expect people to bow down to me for even getting a chance to smell a scent like mine. All right, let me cut the bullshit, bro. That fragrance is Fragrance du Bois Oud Orange Intense Parfum. Sorry if I butchered the name. This is another fragrance I haven't smelled in a while, and me and you are gonna dive in it together. So we're gonna give it, oh. Atomizer is kind of smooth. Hold on, I want y'all to see that. I'm not gonna breathe through my nose, so I can't smell it, so. I mean, no disrespect to anybody, but $800 for this? Dude, it's reminding me of that ISO Plus Oil Sheen hairspray if it had a touch of vanilla in it. I can't remember my reaction to this fragrance, but God, it's horrible. If you go to a hairstylist, they have this exact same scent in their shop. And the crazy part about it is, your hairstylist don't even get paid as much as the cost of this fragrance. That's insane. You pay $800 expecting perfection, and you're better off just smelling one of those tags on your car. Hell nah, bro. That actually just pissed me off. I don't like that scent at all. So I have 3 fragrances in mind for which one can be crowned the best for their affordability and what you get for the cost. I have, for starters, obviously Camera, second, Imagination, and third, Mind Games. My answer is Imagination. For $300, you get the best fresh scent? Yes, bro. I said Camera is the perfect clone collection out there. The perfect clone collection is the one that I built you. You need to go watch that video now.